Welcome back to another review, this time for the anime Go For It, Nakamura-kun, which had 13 episodes and was airing in spring of 2026. Synopsis on any list. Love at first sight is no myth, just ask Okuto Nakamura. Whenever his Rimi classmate Aiki Hirose enters the room, his heart skips a beat, despite the fact that they have never actually spoken. Not to mention, Nakamura is a complete klutz with zero friends. Will he ruin his chance at love before it even begins? So we have a romance comedy, classic combination. However, it is a yaoi romance comedy. We have Nakamura, our main character, who's a black-haired guy, and his love interest, Aiki Hirose, who is a brown-haired guy. And essentially, in a lot of these rom-coms, you have a little bit of a twist, so you are a little bit different than others. Here, Nakamura has never spoken to Hirose. Nakamura doesn't have any friends. So he has to somehow get to the baseline, which is, in my opinion, like friendship, to then maybe start about thinking of romance. So most of the season is him trying to get closer to Hirose, you know, speaking with him, having like little classmate interactions, to then potentially getting closer to something like friends, maybe exchanging a line, maybe meeting outside of school. That is the idea. Getting to that baseline, to that friendship line, to then maybe consider the next step, which would be a romance. Now, the season is mostly comedy, not a lot of romance, sadly. And it's, a lot of the, not really misunderstandings, but he does like to fantasize a lot, which naturally doesn't turn out that way. It is pretty easy to tell whenever he's like fantasizing. We also have some supporting characters. We have the teacher on the top right. We also have a little girl group on the left. Yes, they are Fuyoshis. I believe that is the right term. They are all about yaoi. We also have some comedy relief on the middle right. Essentially, you have a classic rom-com with a yaoi coating, I would say. The art style I really like. I really like the art style. I don't know why, but it feels somewhat old, modern. It reminds me of like the older anime, like Ranma and stuff, the older rom-coms. And it fits that style really well. Animation is pretty good. The story itself, I mean, I see it as just this normal romance comedy, but we are not even friends. We have to start becoming friends first. I mean, this is not even because in normal romance, whenever you are at the start line, you can then potentially start pursuing the person. But in this version, I mean, it is yaoi, so even though you, in that case Nakamura, he likes Hirose, it doesn't mean that Hirose is even in the same pool of like romance that Nakamura is in. So that is, a different story altogether. Overall, it was pretty enjoyable. It is essentially what I would see as a standard rom-com in yaoi coating. Let's see ratings. AniList has it at 79%. My anime list at 8.18 with 8.7k users. So it's a pretty good rating. So if you're interested in like rom-com, you don't mind yaoi, or you are interested in yaoi but you don't really like the more I wouldn't call it hardcore, but the ones that go more into the mature, you want a more school focused yaoi, you know, here you have a good option. I would also give it like an 8 out of 10. It was a pretty enjoyable show.